What you have to imagine, if it helps, is another version of you who's been doing this for a little while, who's in better shape than you, holding a gun to your head. Get to the gym, you piece of shit, I'll blow your brains out. This video is all about willpower. This is for all those people out there who really struggle. There's masses and masses of people who struggle to start something and keep it going. We're talking obviously about health and fitness programs. This video is really about how you can trick yourself into sticking with these programs long term. I can honestly say that most of the people I know who work out on a regular basis don't particularly enjoy the workout process. What they do enjoy is the process as a whole. They enjoy the many benefits that consistent exercise and a good diet actually bring. I can honestly say that most people I know don't particularly enjoy working out. But what they do enjoy is the whole process of working out. And they enjoy the benefits and the physical fitness and health benefits that it brings to them. They enjoy the feeling of basically satisfaction after the workout. They enjoy the feeling of mastering their emotions. And despite not wanting to go, they do what I've said many times, is embrace the discomfort and go anyway. And then when they go, even though they don't want to, they get there and they give it their all. The gym cycle for most people looks like this. On the day you think, shit, I've got to go to the gym. You don't want to go, but you end up going to the gym. You get to the gym and you're like, God, why am I doing this? This is such a drag. I'm not enjoying this. The workout finishes. Wow, I feel fantastic. I'm so energized. I feel amazing. Next day, shit, I've got to go to the gym. And so on and so on and so on. I say that basically it's like jumping into a cold swimming pool. You really don't want to do it. You know it's going to be horrendous, that first jump. Oh, I don't want to do it. It's freezing. It's going to kill. I'm going to be like this. But you do it anyway. And once you're in the water, you feel fantastic. You feel like, yeah, I'm having the time of my life. I'm brilliant, enjoying splashing. And, you know, it doesn't mean that when you get out of the pool, the next time you go to jump in the following day, you won't go through the same process. You're going to dread that initial jump, that initial push. But that's what it's all about, the initial push and embracing the discomfort. So the question is, if you don't have any willpower, then how do you actually start? And how do you actually maintain the effort? First off, you don't need a fancy program. You don't need your diet to be on point at this time. You just need to basically start. All that can come later on. The most important thing is get moving. You have to basically eliminate objections and make it as easy as possible to hate every second. Let me explain this. So the first initial objection is going in the first place. So you need to have a conversation with yourself. You need to basically make a deal with your own mind and say, you know what, I'm going to hate this. I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm going to despise pretty much every second of it. It's going to be a real grind. The whole thing is really going to stink. Once you've accepted this fact, then the rest of it can start. You can start making steps. One of the things that you can do to start making those steps, if you have the budget for it, is you could hire one of two people. You could hire a personal trainer, or you can hire an accountability coach. If you hire a personal trainer, you're going to get the best of both worlds. Obviously, you're going to get a program, but you're also going to get accountability, because it's not just you anymore. It's not just you and your calendar and your diary. You're interfering with someone else's. You're also paying this person to be there, to remind you, to get you in, to confirm appointments, to make sure you turn up. Because you're going to pay this guy. You don't want to waste money, and you don't want to take money out the hands of the personal trainer, because that's his livelihood. If you can't afford a personal trainer, another option might be accountability coach, where they basically have check-ins. They say, just checking in, tomorrow's gym time, you're going to be there. Another thing you can do before you start is you could, if you don't want to do either of those things, or in combination, is you could tell someone you kind of trust and respect, maybe a mentor kind of figure, or someone who's going to give you honest feedback and say, listen, I'm going to go to the gym at least 3 times a week for the next X amount of time. And I just want you to check in on me, make sure I'm sticking with it, and give me shit if I'm not doing it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to disappoint someone you respect, because you want them to respect you, and you don't want to disappoint a family member or a friend. You don't want to think you're a complete loser. Okay, so you've made the first step. You've got this kind of plan in your mind, and you're going to commit to it. And you have to basically drag yourself, kicking and screaming, hating every second. Oh, I hate this kind of stuff already. I hate getting into the car, I've got to drive to the gym. What you have to imagine, if it helps, is another version of you who's been doing this for a little while, who's in better shape than you, holding a gun to your head. Get to the gym, you piece of shit, I'll blow your brains out. You have to have some kind of kick in the pants to be able to get you in there. And always think of a future you that will resent you for the lost steps. Just think, if you've maintained something for, and what we're asking for now is at least 3 months. If a future you in 3 months was down the line saying, look, you could have achieved this if you'd stuck to it for 3 months, as opposed to, oh, I wish I could have been there in 3 months. That's the key, 3 months. So now you've made the first step, so we move on to the second step, which is how do you maintain it? The key to this is basically to make a habit. Now, I'm not talking about a nun's uniform. That's not going to help us in any way, shape, or form. I'm talking about what we would say is the definition of a habit. A habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice that is hard to stop or hard to give up. That's what we're after. Now, at this point, if you can get to this point where you make it a habit, this is where the magic can start to happen. And the reason I said 3 months is because it's been shown in gym research that 3 months is this golden zone of regular attendance where it starts to feel like a habit, and you feel as if you would be, you would hate yourself for not doing it, and you feel as if, I'm really feeling the benefits, I want to keep this going. Now, 3 months, it might take less for some people, it might take more. Habit formation really depends on the kind of habit you're trying to take on, the complexity of the habit, and the other factors around that habit, as in, for example, with the gym, what time of day you train, how difficult is it for you to get in the evening, how difficult is it for you to get in the morning, around your other aspects of your life. But these are things you need to take into consideration. But let's just say, for now, 3 months, because that's what the literature says. So after 3 months, something incredible might actually start to happen. All the things that you used to despise, basically, about going to the gym, the getting up early, for example, if you do sessions in the morning, you might start to actually enjoy getting up early. You might think, even on the days when you're not working out, I'm going to get up early, because you generally start to feel much more productive. Your days get longer. You have your best energy early on in the day for tasks, for enjoyment, for doing things. And that might form a kind of a new habit, a sub-habit of the main habit. When you take into consideration things like this, combined with the overall sense of improved fitness, improved health, improved energy, it's a fantastic combination. Another thing might be what used to be the grind of going and lifting weights and struggling and sweating under the bar might actually change from being a grind to actual personal challenge that you've noticed you actually, really thrive on. You might find, I only did 10 this time. Oh, this time I'm doing 12. Well done to me. I'm actually improving. And that might take over from the grind to say, right, instead of you going, I'm going to get onto that bar, I'm going to lift those weights, you might think, right, I'm going to get onto the bar. Last time I did 10, this time I'm going to go for 11 or 12. And you get this kind of sense of yourself patting yourself on the back because, I can do things, I can achieve things. So at this point, when you kind of turn the tide, you might actually start to enjoy working out. When you get to that point, then you have the luxury of being able to say, right, okay, I'm going to choose a better workout program. I'm feeling fit, I'm feeling strong, but now I need to spend a bit more time because actually it's something I enjoy. I'm going to invest a bit more time in giving a good program. I'm going to clean up my diet a little bit because, I know I can get better results if my diet is a little bit better. And you start to gather momentum. It's like a snowball rolling down the hill. It starts off very small, but as it goes, it gathers and gathers and gathers. And before you know it, you have this huge mass behind you, propelling you forward. As you're being propelled forward, everything starts to come together because you're lifting weights and you're doing cardiovascular work and your diet's coming together. You start to notice changes in your body. Your energy starts going through the roof. You see these differences and changes. You start feeling more confident, more powerful. You feel as if your body becomes, like I've said in the past, people who work out, it's almost like a superhuman ability nowadays because so few people can do it for any prolonged length of time. Your clothes might start to look better on you. You might need to get a new wardrobe. And at this point, you've made it.